Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. All right, today we've got Magneto on the board. So, brand new set that came out. He ran a little bit late, I think, to some folks, but should have hit within the last week or so. You've been able to get your hands on him. So, we've got Eric on this side. So, he's got hand size of 6, hit points of 10. We got 3 recovery, so not awesome, but he's got response. After you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck. So that's a pretty cool response, which plays into, on the other side, it looks like we've got magnetic pull, which is action. Discard cards from the top of your deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Add that card to your hand. Limit once per round. So we're going to get some cards back. We're going to put some cards in the discard pile. Not my favorite way to play, but it looks like that's what Magneto does. So 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 straight across the board. Nothing super impressive. 10 hit points is nice. The 6/5 hand size is pretty good too. So especially for a hero that's in double-digit hit points, to be sitting at that 5/6 hand size is pretty cool. All right, so let's get started. We got Rhino on the board. Standard Rhino, he's got his 14 hit points. That's usually where we start at. We got the break-in sitting out there. And let's take a look at some cards. So, hand size of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's see what we've got. So we've got Magneto's armor, which is armor magnetic response after you resolve your magnetic pull ability. If you discard at least one of the following resource icons, you could get a thwart, an attack, or a defense. Just one of each, so they don't get a stack as you pull more and more of them, but you could get a bonus to each of them. His armor looks really good. We've got Cyclops, 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 health. After Cyclops enters play, choose an enemy until the end of the phase. Increase the amount of damage the enemy takes from each attack by 1. Could be good. Kind of like that. You got your whole board built out. He does kind of a leadership thing as an ally. All right, we have new recruits. Victory 0. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. Hey, guess what? Magneto does. When defeated, each player chooses one set-aside new ally card and adds it to their hand. So there's a set of set-aside new allies, which is over here. We've got a set of allies. So if you take a look at them, you have 4 different allies. Now, the 4 different allies that are there do something. As long as you've got the X-Men trait, they get a little boost. So one does hit points. One gets toughness when they come into play. One gets +1 thwart, and the other one gets +2 attack. So they're all pretty much, they've just got a little twist and do something a little bit different. All right, so we've got new recruits. We've got Asteroid M. So Asteroid M. So there is not a signature ally for Magneto. This is the card that is normally where your signature ally is. So Alter Ego action, shuffle Asteroid M. Exhaust Asteroid M, sorry. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card in your discard pile into your deck and heal 1 damage from your identity. Okay, nice. I like it. We have a squared off, which says discard cards from your encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you. Play an ally from your hand, reducing its cost by 3. So I could get Cyclops in there for free by playing squared off, but we would get a minion out there also. And you've got Face the Past, max 1 per deck. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for your Nemesis minion and reveal it. Ready your hero and draw 3 cards. You cannot attack the villain this phase. Remove this card from the game. Very interesting card, but I think we are totally not ready to play that right now. So what I think I'm going to do is I want my armor. I want my asteroid. I'm not going to play Cyclops. I'm not going to play squared off. I'm going to hold on to my new recruits and dig for 3 other cards. Let's see what we can come up with. So we get a, hey, there's, I was hoping a double resource. Master of Magnetism. We get a Noble Sacrifice. Discard an ally from you control. Heal damage from your hero equal to the ally's printed hit points. Give your hero a tough status card. And we get, you got this. After you exhaust your hero to make a basic thwart or attack, discard an ally you control. Add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use. Ready your hero. All right. Okay, so we're done with, we're ready to roll at this point in time, right? So we got Rhino, we got break-in, we got our cards. So we can't, well, let's see, after you changed, so his survivor thing is after you changed to this form. So we're starting in this form, so we can't do that. Although I do have 3 cards, but I can't do that yet because it's when I change to that form. Okay, so we'll change over to Magneto. Magneto's is, ooh, actually, before we change to Magneto, let's think about this. We can use our Master of Magnetism resource to put Asteroid M into play. All right, there we go. We could exhaust Asteroid M and shuffle the topmost magnetic card in your discard pile into your deck and heal 1 damage from your identity. So, boop. We will go ahead and exhaust that. Our topmost magnetic card is this resource we just played. We can shuffle it back into our deck. Heal 1 from our identity doesn't do me any good right now because we're full health, right? So nothing all that awesome there. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and we will, I think we'll spend 2. And we'll put our armor on. So we're going to do a noble sacrifice and our you got this. We're going to put our armor on. So armor is the one that is going to give us bonuses when we do our magnetic pull. Because now we're going to flip over to Magneto. And so I could do that and discard until I get a magnetic card. And add it to my hand. The deal is I'm probably not going to be able to do anything with it. So I don't know that it does me any good at this point. So I think we will not do it this round. We will play our new recruits. So new recruits is going to go into play. Victory 0. I have an X-Men trait. Each player chooses one set aside new ally and adds to their hand when it's defeated. It's got a 2 cost on it. All right. So I think, why don't we go ahead and exhaust Magneto. We will thwart for 2, get rid of new recruits. That goes into our victory pile. And then I need to look at which recruit I want to come into play. So I've got a choice here. And do we want bonus hit points? Do we want toughness? Do we want thwart? Or do we want an additional attack? I think the toughness is going to be good to soak up Rhino attacks. So let's go with Bling here. She's got 2 thwart, 2 attack. It says Bling gains toughness and does not count against your ally limit if you have mutant or X-Men trait, which I have X-Men. So Bling is going to come into play, and she's got toughness. All right, she won't do anything this round. All right, so that's the end of my turn. I'm going to draw up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting set of stuff here. So we've got Wrapped in Metal, which says hero form only, attached to a non-elite minion. Minion cannot activate. Treat its printed text box as if it were blank. All right, so that says I need to get a minion out. Then we have Magneto's Cape. Gives me the aerial trait. After you resolve your magnetic pull ability, ready Magneto. So I can bring him back up. Now, Electromagnetic Blast. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from the scheme, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. All right, we've got Genius, which hopefully, if you're watching this, you know what Genius does. We've got Metal Shards, which says hero action attack deals 7 damage to an enemy. If that attack defeats the enemy, gain a tough status card. Oof, that's powerful. All right, but that's the end of our turn. We go over to Magneto's turn. So, villain phase. First thing we're going to do, put a threat on the main scheme, because that's the first thing you do on the villain phase. All right. Rhino is going to see Magneto out here. Because hero form, Rhino is going to come attack. Bling is going to step into the way, so she's going to exhaust to step into the way. Rhino is attacking for 2. He's going to get a boost card. He's going to boost on up to 1 more. So he's going to boost up to 3. Hits Bling for 3. But Tough absorbs the damage. So, boom. And she's exhausted. Alright. So that's Rhino's attack. Now we need to get an encounter card. Encounter card is... Oop, sorry, Magneto should be unexhausted and Asteroid M should be unexhausted. That should happen at the end of my round. Alright, Rhino's going to get a charge attached to Rhino. When Rhino attacks, this attack gains overkill, so he's going to get +3 attack. So lots of attack on Rhino. Alright, having that tough would have been nice with that coming at me. Alright, so what do we go after here? I'm not going to defeat him with my metal shards. I don't have anybody to wrap in metal at this point. So I can discard cards until I get a magnetic card. Do I want to do that? I think... So I probably want to wait on that until after I get my Magneto's cape into play. 1 more card should let me do metal shards. It won't be enough to stun him, but it should be able... I can still do the 7 damage. Alright, so let's start off with, we'll get our cloak into play. So we're going to spend our genius to put our cloak into play. So that's going to give me aerial, and after you resolve magnetic exhaust Magneto's cape, ready Magneto. Okay. So we will, as Magneto, I think we'll go ahead and attack. So we're attacking for 2. We're going to take 2 off of Rhino. Alright, now we'll make use of our magnetic pull, which is discard cards from the top of your deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Add that card to your hand. Limit once per round. We're going to make sure to do our armor. Pay attention, because our armor is going to, if you discarded at least one of the following, I can get +1 thwart, +1 attack, or +1 defense. Alright. So we're going to look for a magnetic card. Oh, and the first one's a magnetic card. So we don't get any bonuses. But we've got a magnetic missile, which says discard a minion with wrapped in metal attached, deal 5 damage to an enemy, and stun it. So could be good, but we don't have any enemies out there yet. So maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we need to play that other card where it brings an enemy out. Anyway, we're going to spend our 3 here to do metal shards. So metal shards says deal 7 damage to an enemy. If it defeats the enemy, gain a tough status card. We are not defeating the enemy. Also, I should have unexhausted when I did my pull. So I'm going to take 7 off of Rhino, so he's going to go down to 5. You got no bonuses. We're going to go ahead and attack though, and that will attack him for 2 more, so he's down to 3. All right. And that should be exhausted, and that's not exhausted, and that doesn't exhaust. So anyway, we're readying up, and we're drawing cards. We're drawing 5 more. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you've got a Noble Sacrifice, which is discard an ally you control, heal damage from your hero equal to the ally's printed hit point. Give your hero a tough status card. That might be nice. It would have been nice to have the previous round. All right, squared off. Discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play. Play an ally from your hand, reducing its cost by 3. That's how I get things to wrap up in metal. You got a Deft Focus, which is a new artwork. And max 1 per player, exhaust Deft Focus, reduce the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. We've got a Magnetic Bubble, which is a superpower. It would give me 1 retaliate. You take any amount of damage, place it here. Then if it's the last 6 damage, discard. If it is at least 6 damage, discard Magnetic Bubble. Oh, that would have been great to have before the charge goes off, but I think it's looking like I'm going to take some charge damage. A lot of charge damage. All right, then we've got another metal shards there. This time, if I hit him with it, it would stun him. Okay. So that's the end of my round. We're over to Rhino's turn. Well, oh yeah. I could have gone alter ego and let him scheme, but I think we're going to take the charge. Actually, it probably would have been smart if I would have done that, because it looks like I could have stunned him out, but I didn't do that. So we're going to take some damage this turn. All right, we're over to the villain phase. Villain phase. One threat on the main scheme. We're up to 2. Rhino is going to see Magneto out here. Now, I could put Bling in front of that, but he's doing the charge, which is going to run. He's got overkill, so he's going to run right over Bling anyway. Having that extra 2 damage off, I think we're just going to take it. So he's attacking for 2. He's got a boost to 3. He's going to boost up how many more? 2 more. Ooh, that was the Shadows of the Past that's going away. Okay. So he's doing, ow, 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay, that did not feel good. That hurt. Took 7 damage. But the charge goes away. All right, and I didn't block that. I could have taken 2 damage off of it, but I just soaked it all up. All right. Because I'm kind of confident his next attack I could block with Bling if I needed to. So I think I'm all right. Hopefully. We'll see what our encounter card is here. And it is a Caught Off Guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. All right. So an upgrade or support, which I have a lot of. So my one that gets me boosts, or I could get rid of Asteroid M, but it heals me if I go over to Alter Ego. And I think I may need to go over to Alter Ego. But I like the ready and I like the boosts, but I think I'm going to have to let the boost go. That's a tough choice. All right. It's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. So we've got Bling, we've got Magneto. He's a hurting unit. I've got a bubble that I can put on myself, which will soak up a big attack. Bling can get close to taking him out, so I can flip Rhino this turn. It would be, I could hit him with the metal shards, but that's a lot of overkill just to take him out. Let's see here. I've got squared off, so discard cards from counter deck until you discard a minion. I don't have any allies in my hand, so that doesn't do me a whole lot of good. Noble Sacrifice could get me a tough. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to exhaust Bling. Bling is going to attack Rhino for 2. Rhino's down to 1. Bling takes 1 consequential damage. Okay. Now's where it gets interesting. Do I take Rhino out? That's going to bring Breaking and Taken into play. I think Breaking and Taken takes 3 to take it out. So I don't have 3 thwarts to take the Breaking and Taken out. I could attack, take Rhino out. The problem with Breaking and Taken being out is that I get double the encounter cards, which is a little bit scary right now. I don't want double the encounter cards. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust the thwart for 2, take 2 off of the break-in. All right. So I could magnetic pull until I get another super. I think we're going to do that. We'll use our magnetic pull ability. And we'll look for a magnetic card. So, first card is a magnetic card. We have a electromagnetic blast. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Doesn't do me a whole lot of good. All right, but we've got another resource that we can use, which is good. Okay. So we're going to use our squared off. put deft focus into play. We'll make use of deft focus, which reduces the cost of a superpower card, to put magnetic bubble into play, which means we need to spend 2 more. Oh, when we magnetic pulled, we readied up because of our cape. I should have exhausted my cape. Alright, we've got a magnetic bubble, which will soak up 6 damage. And gives me a retaliate. Okay. Let's see here. Let us flop on over to Eric. It says, after you change this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Discard pile into my deck. Alright, we'll do some shuffling over here. Try to make it not so loud on camera. Whoop. There we go. We're going to exhaust and recover 3. Exhaust, recover 3. Alright, we can use Asteroid M, which says, exhaust Asteroid M, shuffle the topmost magnetic card, your discard pile, into your deck, and heal 1 damage from your identity. Okay. So I need another exhaust. Alright, exhaust Asteroid M. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card, which is my armor, back into the deck. And heal 1 damage from your identity. So I heal up 1 more. Alright. Looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, it's the end of the round. Gonna ready up lots of stuff. I've got 1 card still in my hand. Readying up everything in the world. There we go. And I'm gonna draw back up to 6. So I got metal shards. Got deft focus. Noble sacrifice. Master of magnetism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another deft focus. And another master of magnetism. Alright, lots of resources, not a lot of great stuff. Alright, end of my turn. We're back over to the villain's turn. Villain's turn, put 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino is going to see Eric out here, so he's going to take a pause. When he does that, he's not taking a pause. He's taking a pause from attacking, and he's going to take a pause and scheme. So he's got 1 scheme, he's going to get a boost. Going to boost up to 2 more, so we get 3. Alright, and this is normally where I draw the advance and the game ends. But we'll see. Alright, see where our encounter card is. Encounter card is... Ooh, no. It's breaking and taken when revealed. Place 1 threat here. That's going to be at 3. Alright. So I actually don't have to get too crazy about bringing breaking and taken out if I flip him because it's already out. So I don't have to be worried too much. But we've got 3 on there. Alright, that's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero side of stuff. Okay, so starting our hero phase off, we can Asteroid M again. So we're going to exhaust Asteroid M. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card, which is going to be a metal shards, back into our deck. And heal 1 damage from your identity. Alright. So I can't do Eric's power, which is after you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards, because I'm already in this form, so I didn't change to this form. So I don't get to make use of that. Okay. So let's flip on over to Magneto. Okay, so we've got a bubble on me. I have after you resolve your magnetic pull, I can ready Magneto. So, how do I want to go about this? So I have I've got 1 metal shards here. So that's 7 damage. Breaking and Taken's already out. So I think we're going to exhaust to attack. We'll attack Rhino for 2. Alright? So when we attack for 2, that takes him out. Rhino 2 comes out, which says search for Breaking and Taken. Put Breaking and Taken into play. So you got Breaking and Taken, and he gets 15 hit points. Alright. So now we'll make use of our cape. So we'll exhaust, or no, not yet. We will make use of our magnetic pull to go looking for a magnetic card. So, and this says after you resolve it, exhaust the cape, ready Magneto. Okay. We're going to go looking for them. We got Wrapped in Metal, so Wrapped in Metal comes into play. And now we exhaust the cape, we unexhaust Magneto. Okay, Noble Sacrifice is discard an ally you control, heal damage from your hero equal to the ally's printed hit points. Give your hero a tough status card. I think we will be doing that. Can't use the Wrapped in Metal. We can do the metal shards. So we might as well use a Master of Magnetism and a Deft Focus to play our metal shards. So metal shards does 7 damage to an enemy. I don't defeat him though, so we're going to take him from 15 down to 8. So 15 down to 8. Oh, I could have used my... Oh, I could have used my Deft Focus to play the metal shards. Probably should have. Alright, let's do a... We're going to play Noble Sacrifice. So let's use this Deft Focus to play Noble Sacrifice. And that's going to discard an ally you control, heal damage from your hero equal to the ally's printed hit points. Give your hero a tough status card. So my printed hit points is 2. That's going to heal me 2. I get a tough status card. And my ally goes away. Actually, that's kind of silly because I've got my magnetic bubble. And I think I'm not sure what's going to kick in. Actually, game rule wise, I'm not sure what kicks in first, my magnetic bubble or my tough status card. You get a forced interrupt. I think the tough status card takes precedence over magnetic bubble. That's going to be my guess. I'm not sure though. Anyway, I think we will exhaust at this point in time. And attack for 2 and knock him down to 6. Alright, so we're going to be done. We're going to unexhaust our things. We will jump back up to 5 cards. So we've got Trapped in Metal, our helmet, Won't Stay Down, and You Got This. Alright, so what's the helmet do? Helmet does... I get steady, and then exhaust it to get a wild resource for a magnetic card. All right. Won't Stay Down. Alter Ego action. Discard this card. Return. Oh, it's a support. A 1-cost support. So Alter Ego. Discard this card. Return an X-Force or X-Men from your discard pile to your hand. Okay. And then You've Got This. After you exhaust your hero, make a basic thwart or attack, discard an ally control, add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use, ready your hero. Could have been useful a second ago. Alright, anyway, the time is past. Alright, villain's turn. First thing on the villain's turn, 1 threat on the main scheme. Oh, we've got that breaking and taking out there. And that's going to be problematic. All right. Villain is going to see Magneto out here. He's going to come to attack. I'm not going to do anything because I've got a bubble and I've got a tough. I'm thinking that the tough comes into play first. So Rhino is attacking for 3. He's going to get a boost. He's going to boost 2. So normally he would do 5, but the tough takes it out. There is a retaliate because of the bubble, so he takes 1. He's down to 5. All right, now we get 2 encounter cards because of the breaking and taking out there. So 1, 2. All right, counter card number 1. Armored Rhino suit. Oh no, he gets 5. Ugh. I hate the Armored Rhino suit. I think I have things just in hand, and then he gets the silly suit. And it messes me all up. All right, next card is, oh, in advance, he's going to scheme. Uh-oh. That's bad. So he's scheming for 1. He's going to get a boost of 1, so he schemes for 2. That's the 7 that he needed. Ugh. All right. So Rhino schemes out and wins at that point. Darn. Probably, let's see, if I would have thwarted, I still couldn't have taken off the breaking and taken, but I could have taken it off the break-in and set myself up a little bit better. Always, it's the advance that gets me with Rhino. Okay. I'm going to take a look and see. We'll go one more turn into the future. Let's say that that didn't happen and he got something else, like Shocker came into play. So we'll go one round. We'll go my round and see how far that could go. All right. So let's say Shocker came in. We've got Master of Magnetism wrapped in metal. What we do is what do we do here? Do we do no, we'd have to go to Alter Ego to get that out there. We'd want to do 5 damage in order to get that off of there. And we need to do another 5 damage. So let's see here. Would we be able to take him out this round? So we would wrap Shocker in metal. We would attack Rhino for 2, which would go on the suit. We would pull a magnetic card using our cloak, which is a magnetic missile. That would ready us up. We need to do, is it 4 or 5? It's 5 to get rid of the suit. Dang it. All right. So I think at that point in time we would exhaust our, where's it at? Exhaust the depth focus to use a magnetic missile, which is discard a minion with wrapped in metal, deal 5 damage to an enemy and stun it. So we would discard Shocker, hit Rhino for 5. That would take out the suit. It would stun Rhino. We wouldn't be able to take him out though. So we could exhaust, hit him for 2. He's down to 3. We could use our helmet to play won't stay. No, we can't do the won't stay down. Yeah, then I'm kind of going into my next round at that point in time. So even one more round wouldn't have got me yet. So Rhino gets the win. Dang it. All right. We'll have to try a different character next time. It's always the advance that gets me. Need to prepare for the advance. So maybe I need to mark the back of the card so that way when I know when advance is coming up. No, I shouldn't cheat. No, no cheating. Okay. Next game, we'll have to go look for another villain to take on with Magneto. Maybe something with a few more minions in it, and see how he plays. Because it looks like he's really based around flinging minions and stuff, and making use of his own allies. Actually, he's got this whole like kind of villainous sacrifice your allies in order to do stuff, but also it's to wrap the minions up and throw them back at the other guy. So we'll have to pick out a villain that plays into that mechanic, because I would like to see that mechanic play out. Actually, if we were to go on up to Claw and we got the Masters out there, that would actually probably play into that pretty well. Or I could look for the Masters of Evil, right? Or I could look at another one. So anyway, lost to Rhino, but we got to see Magneto. I do like Magneto. I like how he plays a little bit. It's a lot of card combos to get things going. And he's got a pretty nice build here. If I would have kept, I could have gotten rid of the Asteroid M, because getting the health back wasn't all that big of a thing. And I could have kept getting the bonuses. Well, it still wasn't probably quite close enough that that would have made a big difference, I don't think, at the end. So that might have made it into where I get the +1 thwart and actually take out the breaking and taken in a round. So maybe that would have played into that piece of it. Maybe I should have held on to it for that. So anyway, that's it. Rhino got me this round. Tune in next time, same bat channel. Make sure you subscribe so then you know when I do it. And we'll go after a different villain and see how that plays out. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.